Riches of the Emersonian Mind for 2000.
Emerson mentioned freedom seeker Shadrach Minkins in a speech deploring this act that was a key part of the Compromise of 1850. Scott?
What is slavery?
No. Ben or Julie? The act here was the Fugitive Slave Act.
Bronx 16.
She gained fame after starring in Fame and co-writing and recording the theme to Flashdance. Baby, remember her name. Or if you don't, I can help you out. Irene Cara.
Bronx 800.
Raised in the Bronx, she was nicknamed for a brand of rum and has a sister, Hennessy, named for a cognac brand. Sam.
Who's Bacardi?
No. Ben or Shweta? That's the right rum, but it's Cardi B who's named for it, Sam.
Big nicknames, 1,000.
Dawn Life is one of many tracks teaming Lil Wayne and this different-sized Detroit rapper. That's Big Sean.
Starts and ends with D, 400.
Bunk Johnson was a popular figure in the 1940s revival of this style of jazz associated with New Orleans. Sarah?
What is doo-wop?
No, I'm sorry. Ben or Keegan? It's Dixieland that starts and ends with D.
Hymns and Spirituals 2000.
Originally a spiritual sung by the enslaved, it's Where I'm Gonna Lay Down My Burden. What is Down by the Riverside?
Stage names for 2000.
Fitting stage name of Gertrude Pridgett, the mother of the blues. We know her as Ma Rainey.
Stage names for 400.
A comedic cushion helped inspire this stage name of Karen Elaine Johnson. It was a whoopee cushion, that's why she's Whoopi Goldberg.
That is the question for 8.
In 1851, in Akron, Sojourner Truth delivered a speech called this 4-word rhetorical question. She asked, "Ain't I a woman?"
Trash Talk 400.
In 2017, Sixers fan Kevin Hart said he let this then Rocket know, "You're in my city. Your beard stinks. I hate your calves." Very, very rough take on James Harden.
Americana for 800.
A holiday celebrates her in Missouri on February 4th, her birthday, and in Oregon on December 1st, her arrest day. 2 different Rosa Parks holidays.
I'll take sports for 8.
The UCLA coach might have grumbled when, in 2025, this bun sporting guard was the first winner from USC of the John R. Wooden Award. Who is Juju Watkins?
America 4.
In 1964, James Chaney, Michael Schwerner, and Andrew Goodman were murdered fighting for civil rights in this state. What is Mississippi?
Movie soundtrack 16.
The soundtrack for this film includes Swerve and the Oscar-winning song It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp. On the soundtrack of Hustle and Flow.
Rapper for 600.
This late 3-letter rapper in Earl. Competition was the defining element of being in the Rough Riders family. From DMX's memoir. Bavaria?
Rappers for 4.
In his Decoded, playing Madison Square Garden had been a fantasy of mine since I was a kid watching Knicks games in Marcy. Who is Jay-Z?
Entertaining Wolverines for 1,000, please.
People will come, Ray. They'll come to Iowa for reasons they can't even fathom, is intoned in a classic scene by this 1955 alum. Alice.
Who is,
Oh, out of time. Tyler Thomas? From Field of Dreams, it's James Earl Jones.
Juicy for 600.
Langston Hughes wondered if one of these might stink or crust, or just explode over time. Thomas?
What is a raisin?
No. Ann or Jeff? What is a dream? It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Celebrity Women for 1,600.
In 2021, she was inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame for a second time by Angela Bassett, who played her on film. Angela Bassett played Tina Turner. American history is the category and final today. This is the clue. In 1847, a decade before making national news, he was the plaintiff in a Missouri case against Irene Emerson. 30 seconds. Good luck. Judith Friedman had 6,400 and wrote down, who is Gary Powers? I'm afraid not. You wagered everything from third leaving you at 0. Jackie Yang was in second place with 10,800. Her response? John Brown. No, it's not John Brown either. She wagered big from second. That'll drop her down to $300. Tyler Griffith had the lead with 11,200. What does he have as a response? Who is Ferguson? No, I'm sorry, that's a little closer, but it was Dred Scott 10 years before his Supreme Court case, the infamous Dred Scott decision.